Hello everyone, welcome back to another video with me, Charlotte, for CC Fitness Studio. I hope you are fit and well, and before you take part in this video, please make sure that if you're under the care of a therapist, such as a physio or your GP or an osteopath or such like, please make sure from that person that you are fit, well and able to take part in a Pilates program. This video does not take the place of any medical advice given. It is purely here for educational and hopefully enjoyment purposes. So for today's video, you're going to need a small ball. You're going to check the space, make sure there's nothing around you that's going to cause a mischief, and then we're going to make ourselves comfortable on the mat. So having said that, I'm going to take myself onto my back, and with the ball we're going to lift up the back side, and we're going to rest there on the ball. Going to straighten the legs out, providing that doesn't feel uncomfortable. If it does, you may have to keep yourself in that bent leg position. And I'm just going to reach my arms out as well in this position, just getting a little stretch through the front of the shoulder. So initially I'm just going to start connecting with a good belly breath. So on the inhalation I'm going to send that belly up towards the ceiling. And on the exhalation breath I'm just going to feel that tummy gently settling back down. So inhalation breath, we're letting the belly rise, we're feeling the tissues stretch around the front of the body. And exhalation breath, you're just going to soften back down. With the arms out in this position, as you take that inhalation breath, you can just reach out your arms a little bit longer with that inhalation belly breath. And then on the exhale, just let the arms relax. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhalation breath, let the belly swell, reach long out the arms. And relax. And then again, 1 more time on the inhalation breath. Just reach in, stretch in, and then relaxing through the arms. I'm going to start a little bit of movement. Inhalation breath, I'm going to start rocking the hips over one way. Feel that stretch, pull, maybe high thigh hip area. Exhale, just going to tip through the centre, and then inhale again as the other hip gently goes up. We do that at least 4 more times. So inhalation as you feel the hip tipping up towards the ceiling, the other one dropping towards the ground. Changing it over. Inhaling. Exhale, pass through the centre. Inhale, let the hip drop. And then 1 more time each way. And then bringing the body back to the centre. Going to slide the feet in towards the body. Bent leg position. Relaxing the arms at the sides of the body. And then slowly moving into our pelvic tilts. So on inhalation breath, I'm going to go into small arch, rolling the ball a little bit towards the shoulders. And then on the exhalation breath, without tensing or clenching, staying heavy on the ball, pushing it towards the heels. So just gently rocking backwards and forwards, trying to keep the movement nice and fluid. Again, without the tension, we're not clenching, we're not creating sort of tone through the body. Let's do 2 more. Feel that push towards the heels, encouraging that length. And then 1 more time. And then we're going to pause there. So we've got this continuous sense of pushing the ball towards the heels, helping to keep the ribcage sunk in the front of the body. Inhalation breath, just thinking of that right leg. As I go out, I'm going to inhale, stretching the leg away from the body. Pull the toes right up, push out of that heel, and then return that foot back in towards the body, changing over. So inhalation breath, slide away, pull the toes up, push out the heel, and then return. Let's do 2 more. Inhale away, toes up, push out the hip, and return. One last time, slide away, press out that heel, and then bringing the foot back in. From there, we're going to take a different direction. On inhale breath, I'm going to drop one knee wide. Again, keeping that ribcage sunk in the front of the body. Imagine that I'm still pushing that ball towards the heels. Changing over. Inhale, let the arm go away. The leg, not the arm, the hand up. And then again on each side. Drop. Staying nice and still on the ball. Just getting that leg to move. And then bring it back up. I'm now going to sweep the arms, bring them up off the ground and connect the fingertips onto the elbows. On inhalation breath, I'm going to shoot the elbows up. On exhalation breath, I'm going to drop the back of the shoulder down. Inhale, reaching up. As I exhale down, I think about widening and spreading through the shoulders. One more time, up and down. Keeping the shoulders wide, the back of the shoulder down. As I inhale now, I'm going to reach the elbows over my head, thinking elbows away from knees, knees away from elbows, like I'm stretching an elastic band, and then bring it back up in front. 2 more. So inhale, reaching knees away from elbows, elbows away from knees. And again, that little sense of pushing the ball towards the heels. So we're not letting the back overly arch, we're not letting the rib cage pop out the front of the body. Going to change that over with a very slight switch. And then going to begin again on the inhalation breath, shooting the elbows up, dropping wide and down. Inhale up, dropping wide and down. And one more time, shooting up, then dropping wide and down. We're going overhead again on the inhalation breath, just reaching knees away from elbows, elbows away from knees. And 3. And again for 2. And going for 1. Good. From there, we're going to disconnect the elbows from the elbows and reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And now thinking opposite arm to leg. So on the inhalation breath now, I'm going to reach out through the opposites. Doesn't matter which ones you've started with, just get a long, long stretch and return and change over. Reach long, 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 fingers away from toes, toes away from fingers. Again, there's another elastic band. We are lengthening as we inhale away and then return. And then again, lengthening away. And then returning. Still using our opposites, but different direction now. As we inhale, drop wide through opposite arm and knee, returning. Changing over to the other side, dropping and returning. 2 more. Inhale, wide. Exhale, back to centre. Inhale, wide. Exhale and back to the centre. We're going to let both knees go wide. Inhaling, reaching the arms over for 3. And again for 2. And again, one more time. And from there, letting the arms come back and settle on the ground. Shoulders nice and wide, check they're not popping off and trying to close across the front of the body. Focusing on the lower body, inhalation, and on exhale now, single leg float. And then down. Again, always this continuous sense of as my foot leaves the ground, like I'm pushing the ball down towards the back, especially of that other heel that's there, maintaining the rib cage quiet in the front of the body. You want to be quite heavy down on your back ribs, and then changing one more time. Going into our double leg tabletop. As we exhale, we're coming up and up. As we inhale, we're going down and down. We're changing over, up and up, down and down. We're going to find our balance, coming up, up, and holding the position here on the ball. Knees want to be stacked on top of the hips. If you were to fully outstretch your arms, that would be a good gauge. You don't want your elbows bent, you know, your knees potentially could be a little bit too close. So you're really just pushing the knees away, feeling the lower abdominals there just being challenged. Pull your sit bones towards each other, sink your rib cage down. It might help to stabilise the position. And from here, we're going to move on to toe tapping. So we're going to do 4 because we're going to start layering on. Again, I'm not letting the rib cage come out as the toe taps. I'm pushing the ball. Now maybe thinking about the end of the mat. 2. And then 1 more. Now, if you can, I'll ask you to bring your arms up off the ground, which makes life a little bit more challenging. And I'm going to add in now opposite arm to leg. So if the arms are not suitable for you, you can keep them down on the ground and you could just repeat the toe taps. 2. And then 3. And then 4. Arms are up will be more challenging. I'm going to go both legs together for 3. So if you're feeling unstable, place your arms back down onto the ground. And 2. And 3. And now I'm going to try both arms, both legs together. You could just do the arms if you want to leave the legs where they are. 3. And 2, and again 1 more time. Good. From this position, if the arms are up, you will be very challenged. If you want to take your arms down, entirely up to you. We're now going to go wide through opposite arm and leg. You do not go as far as maybe we did when the feet were on the ground. You're nice and slow, opposite arm to knee. Wide to the side. 3 and 4. Again, too wobbly, too challenged. Put the arms back down and just work on the legs. So bringing the arms to the ground, inhaling. Now we're moving on to exhale, push away. Long leg, like someone's got hold of my ankle, really stretching it. And 2. And 3. And 4. Optional, bring the arms up and add in now opposite arm to leg, lengthen away. 4. Again, you could just be keeping the legs nice and still, working on the arm line. 2. Just give us some variations and some options. 1 more time is 4. You could bring your arms down to find a little bit of stability. You can keep them up for the challenge as we take both legs away for 3. Without going too low, you might find your ball starts to move around. You can always organise that ball a little bit more, bring it back underneath if you feel like it's dislodging a little bit. And then finally adding in the arms. Last 3. Last 2. You could tap your knees if you like there. And 1. And then taking a moment, bring the arms down to the ground and go down to a wide leg position on the mat. So I'm wider than my hips, wider than my shoulders with my feet, probably on the corners, edges of the mat with my heels. From here you take your time into inhalation breath. We drop the knees over towards the right, don't go too far. Good, take a nice breath into your left lung. Imagine you're pushing the ball towards the end of the mat without too much ribcage flare. Exhale, passing through the centre. Inhale, feel that leg dropping in. Get a nice stretch on those outer tissues. We're going to do 4 more. The other one's getting a nice stretch through the inner thigh. 3. And 2. And 1. Keeping the legs in the wide position, heavy on the back ribs. On an inhalation breath, just drop one knee into the centre, but imagine you're pushing the ball again towards the end of the mat. Change over, just feel those outer fibres on the thigh getting a stretch. We'll do both together, tapping the knees, pushing the ball towards the end of the mat. Try not to create too much tension or tone. Single leg again, inhale to centre, exhale out. Inhale to centre, exhale out. Both knees together as if you're pushing the ball towards the heels. Nice stretch around the thighs. Lovely, we're going to walk the feet back in towards each other. And then from there, I'm going to bring the ball out. And then we're going to come over now onto one side. So in this position, I'm going to place the ball in between the knees, and I've got the heels in line with the sit bones really. They're slightly tucked behind. This is optional to be propped up on this lower arm. You could go flat on the mat if that's more preferable to you, and that is where I will come down into a moment. Inhalation preparation. Exhale, squeeze that ball in between the knees. Imagine trying to suck it up into your tummy. Ease off. 2 more. Exhale, squeeze onto the ball like you're trying to draw it up your inner thighs and you're trying to suck it into your belly. Pull your sit bones together a little bit. And then 1 more time, squeeze in. From there, we change into inhalation, ankle flow up. Now this movement is coming from the hip, so we don't want too much movement here from the shoulder at the top or from the rib cage, still pulled in. And then we take a little combination, inhalation preparation. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Inhale, ankle float. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Inhale, ankle float. We've got 1 more time, squeezing down and floating up. I'm now going to bring the feet out away from the back side. You'll see the knees have come up quite high, preferably in line with hips. If you're not down, you're going to come down now, and you're going to find this crocodile position, just losing my hands out of the shot there. So on the inhale now, I'm going to take this top arm off, reaching like I'm opening up a book. Move the rib cage, move the eyes, reach to that wall behind you, and reach this arm out on the ground as well. And then return. So we're going to do 2 more of those. Inhale, reaching forwards, reaching up, rotating the rib cage, eyes almost looking on that arm as it goes behind you. Hopefully you haven't got a wall in the way and you can keep that arm fully extended. One more time. However, even if I haven't got my wall, I'll bend my elbow then and do an elbow tap out of that movement if you're a bit restricted on your space. From there, I take the bottom leg out of the way. I keep the top knee rested on the ball, creating a pillow, or grab a block or a pillow literally to keep yourself comfortable here for a moment. Inhale now, roll the ball forwards, little stretch across that lower back. You can push down on the ball a little bit to engage your inner thigh as you return if you wish. We will do 2 more. Inhaling, rolling forwards. Exhaling, returning, little push onto the ball. 1 more time. Inhale is forwards. And then we bring it back on the exhale. Hold it there for a moment. And on your next inhalation breath, the leg on the mat is going to float, reaching long and away from the body. Again, 2. And again, 3. We move into a combination now where we inhale all the way, forwards and backwards. Exhale is the leg float. Try to inhale all the way forwards and backwards, and then exhalation into the leg float. 1 more time, forwards, backwards, into the leg float. Very nice. From there, we're going to create again this crocodile position through the arms. We're going to go for 3 circles. First one is going to go down past the knee, rolling back, reaching, opening, taking the arm round in a big circle and back to the arm. Reversing that now, taking the arm up, big reach, as I go round, moving the rib cage, moving the eyes. Good, and then 1 more again on the reverse, which goes down, round, and back to the arm. Good, we're going to carefully use our upper body strength or our arms to bring us up now onto the back side. So from here, I'm going to take my legs out wide. I'm going to go into spine stretch, fingertips on the ball. Fingers are one end of the elastic band, waistline is the other. So as we inhale and roll the ball forwards, think about pressing the waistline back, 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 back. Spine stretch, reach the forehead to the ball, and then come up. 2 more, rolling forwards, waistline sending it backwards, forehead, fingers, arms reaching towards the ball. And then we've got that 1 more time. And then we come up. I'm going to hold the ball, apply a little press with the hands, drop the shoulders from the ears. To the right, as I inhale into the spine twist. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, and then returning back, go the same way. Little press onto the ball, feel it channeling into the waistline where you're nice and tall, and then return. We'll take it to the left, inhaling, waistline tall, little press onto the ball, inhale, exhale, return to the same way. Rotating on the inhale, returning on the exhale. The ball goes down, opposite hand to foot. Inhale, roll away, stretch the other arm out behind you. Come up, change over, reach the other arm behind you. For 2 more. And then 1 more. And then up we come. We're going to move the body onto the other side. So we had a bent leg position, the heels were in line with the sit bones. Good, keep your rib cage lifted. Think about the ball in between the knees, inhalation, preparation. Exhale and squeeze that knee down and then lift up. We're going to go again, squeeze that knee down and lift up. One more time, exhale, squeeze that knee down and let it lift up. Now as we inhale, we're ankle floating for 3. Without the shoulder dancing there on the top, without too much movement from the rib cage. This is all coming from the hip. And again, 3. Combination now. Exhale breath is the press. Inhale breath is the float. And again, exhale breath is the press. Inhale breath is the float. We're going to go again, one more time. Exhale, press. And inhale is the float. From there, we bring the feet away from the back side. We come into that crocodile position. One hand on top of the other. And on inhale breath, we're opening up the book. And then we're coming back. With 2 more, inhale, open up the book. One more time, open up the book and return. We then get the bottom leg out and down the mat. We keep that top knee here in front, up and on the ball. Inhalation breath is that roll forwards. Get a nice stretch across that lower back. You can press onto that ball to fire up your inner thighs on the return. We can go again, rolling forwards, inhale, exhale, little push on the ball and return. We'll go one more time. And a return. Onto the leg on the mat, there is a leg float for 3. And again for 2. And again for 1. The combination with the roll forwards and the leg float off the mat. And again the roll forwards and the leg float off the mat. One more time. And the leg float off the mat. We went back to that crocodile position, one hand on top of the other. We're thinking circles now. Inhale, dropping the arm down past the knee, rotating the rib cage, reaching round and over. Changing over, take the circle back up, past the ear, move the eyes, move the rib cage round, and then finally one last on the reverse, back down, open, and return. Good, from there we're coming up from the ground. And we're going to come into an all fours position. Now with that, I'm going to place one knee on the ball. So all fours position, one knee on the ball. Just going to challenge you. I'm going to turn that foot around, secure that with the toes on the mat. And with the leg or the knee on the mat, I'm going to begin on an exhale breath, hiking that knee up, 3. And again for 2. And again for 1. You extend that leg out behind you. You now try and do a leg float there, long leg float for 3. For 2. And then for 1. And from there, you try and balance on the ball, taking that other foot away from the mat. Or you can roll it up. 3, roll it up. 2, roll it up. And 1. Place that other knee on the mat. Bring the ball out. And then come up to a high kneeling position. The ball is in front and I'm thinking of swaying back. So I'm going to gently push the knees into the mat, take the arms up above the head and reach. 1. And reach. 2. And reach. 3. From there, you can keep this one shallow. You think of a diagonal line. You push the ball one way and you'll hit the other. 4. You don't have to go that deep. 3. And 2. And 1. From there, you're going to hold the ball behind the back of the body. Lightly with the fingertips. You may be able to move the ball. You might be someone who's just really trying to lengthen the arms and push it down towards the back of that lower leg area. If you can, inhale, move it away from the body. 3. If not, just push it down towards the backs of the legs. Try to keep the arms fully lengthened. 1 more time. And then finally, really light fingertips on the ball. I'm going to bend the elbows up. 1. Bend the elbows up. 2. Bend the elbows up. 3. Bringing the ball in front, coming to an all-fours position where you'll place one hand on the ball. Now from here, we're going to thread the needle. So from this all-fours position, you're going to go behind the back of this arm, really pushing it through on inhale. 1, try and get your eyes to look up towards the ceiling. And 2. And 3. From there, you get ready to roll the ball in front. See how I've just staggered that ball slightly in front of the arm that's still on the mat? Now I'm going to roll this ball away and elbow tap down, bringing it back. So the ball rolls away, you elbow tap down on that other arm, and then you do that again. Good. Now this one, you push the ball away and you look away. So I'm rolling the ball away, looking towards the arm that I've left on the mat. 3. And 2. And then again for 1. Nice. Now from there we're going to go revisit the all-fours position, placing the ball underneath the other knee. So all-fours, balancing on the ball, secure the toes behind you, inhalation, preparation, exhale, knee on the mat, lift. 1, lift. 2, lift. 3. I extend that leg out, inhalation, preparation, exhale, leg float. 1, make sure your head isn't hanging there. 2, 3, and then that leg on the ball, you balance, take the foot away from the ground, if you can, roll it. 1, roll it. 2, roll it. 3. Bring that knee back in, let the wrists have a little bit of a rest as we come up and repeat this little series here. Ball in front, ready to sway back. We're going to do 3. And again 2. And again 1. From there we went side to side on that diagonal line. So arms go one way, hip goes the other. Really push that ball away from you. 2 more. 1 more. You do try and look underneath that arm as you push the ball away. We then took it behind us. You might just be working on pushing the ball down. If you can on your inhale, float it away from the body. 1. Try not to tip forwards. And again 2. And again 3. From here we're going to start bringing the ball up into the small of the back. 3. Really light on the fingertips. If I was any lighter on the ball I would drop it. 2. And 1. Bring the ball back round in front. Okay, other hand on the ball. All fours position. Ready to thread the needle again. So push it through the back of the other arm. Try and look eyes to the ceiling. 1. And again 2. And again 3. The ball now just slightly staggered in front of the arm on the ground. Roll the ball away and elbow tap. 1. Roll the ball away and elbow tap. 2. Roll the ball away and elbow tap. 3. From there, this is roll away and look away. So roll the ball away, look towards the arm on the mat. 1. And 2. And 3. And then from there, give your wrists a little bit of a rest. I'm going to bring the ball in between the knees. Roll the shoulders down, stretch the elbows wide, little squeeze on the ball with my knees so I can just transition back down onto the mat, vertebra by vertebra. I'm going to drop the ball onto the mat. I'm going to place 1 foot on the ball and I'm going to take behind the back of the thigh there on the other leg. On my inhale breath, we're going to go for a stretching the legs out. 3. Feels like going into those splits a little bit. And 2. And 1. Good. From there, release that thigh you're holding on to. This is now going to be a shoulder bridge. You're going to keep this 1 foot on the ball. If you don't like it, take it off, maybe bring it in between the ankles or bring it in between the knees. Take a nice inhale breath. And now tuck the tailbone, try and peel up 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale. And now soften back down, vertebra by vertebra. Keep the shoulders wide. Relax the tailbone down. Take a nice inhale breath. We're going to add on to that. So coming back up again into shoulder bridge. You are welcome to stay at the top and hold. Inhale at the top. If you can, exhale, roll your ball. 3. You can give yourself a little bit of support there with the hands if you need to. 2 and 1. From there, roll down. Very nice. Changing over now, other foot on the ball, leg on the mat, in towards the body, hold behind the back of the thigh. Inhale, breath, again, stretch the legs. 1, stretch the legs. 2, stretch the legs. 3. The ball comes in, the foot goes flat. We then start thinking of shoulder bridge on this side. Inhalation preparation. Exhale, tipping the tailbone, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Again, don't let the rib cage protrude, keep it sunk in, it's like a ski slope there. Exhale, rolling down. And inhale. Exhale, we're going up again for that add-on if you wish. If not, you could just hold the position. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll your ball if you choose. 3. And 2. And 1. Lower down, vertebra by vertebra. Place both feet on the ball. Lovely little hip release. I want you to drop your knees wide. Push the ball away. Let the legs rotate together and back towards the body. Take your time. Really relax. Let it all go. And bring it back. One more time. And bring it back. Optional to bring in the arms as we reverse this pattern. Going out long on the inhalation breath. Turning out through the hips. Widening the knees on the return. Tap the knees together. Reach away. Open out. Return. One more time. Reach it out. Open it out. And return. From here, I'm just going to go into some very simple breathing techniques to help release maybe the upper body, the neck, the shoulders. This you could do any time. You could even do it on its own, not as part of the video. Just take yourself through, placing the ball onto the side rib cage. Relaxing over the ball as much as you can. Now some might need a block or a pillow here so it doesn't feel quite as intense as you're stretched over the ball there. You can take the other arm and that will really start to open up as we think of a side belly here. Inhalation breath. You will push into the ball a little bit, but feel that rise on the side of the body. Do at least 3. And then pause. I'm going to do the same thing on the front of the body. I am in connection with this these high ribs at the top, just underneath the breastbone. Again, draping over the ball. Some of you might be able to go straight with the forehead onto the mat. Others might need a pillow or a block to keep them up a little bit higher. So as you inhale, you'll feel that rib cage just gently pushing into the ball. But really we're expanding out of the back rib cage. At least 2 more. At least 1 more. And if you were doing it on your own, I might say maybe 5 breaths, 10 breaths, if you can keep yourself there reasonably comfortable. And then we change over to the other side of the body. Make it comfortable. Remember, blocks, props, pillows if you need them. Then again, inhale, you feel that side body rise. 2 more. Really deep breaths. 1 more. Really relaxing. And then finally we're going to revisit that position where we started class, or the video, which is here underneath the small of the back. I'm just going to come into this frog position. I'm going to bring my heels together. I'm going to shoot my legs up long, but on the inhalation breath, I mean, you can even make a shelf here with your hands. I'm coming down, relaxing, heavy, spreading out through the lower back. 1. I go up. No tension, no tone, just relaxing, getting heavy, spreading through the back. 1 more time, up and down. Feet to the mat, going out long and sort of semi-wide. Reaching the arms out again here. At least 3 of them into the belly breath, and reach long out the arms. Relax. Inhale, reach. And relax. Inhale, reach. And relax. Just give yourself a moment, eyes maybe closed. Really letting go, getting the full benefits of what we've just done. And then slowly, if you wish to, bring the feet in, bring the ball out, and making yourself comfortable. So there you have another routine with the mini ball. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you revisit it numerous times and ask me any questions. Thank you.